Official Asian Music Chart.
I'm Suzi Mann from the BBC's Asian Network. Good afternoon and welcome to Chart Saturday right here on the BBC. 3 years ago, I adopted my brother's son when he became unable to look after him. I first found out about Rathor when he was 10 months old. Prior to this, I didn't know I had a nephew. It was my brother called me and said he was struggling and he needed somebody within the family to look after his son. And instinctively, I think way before meeting him, I'd already decided that this is something that I would like to do. I don't think he fully understands that I'm not his biological mum, although I have often said to him that I didn't give birth to you. So he, of course, questions, where was I born? And I say, in my heart, because to me, that's really where he was born. We do talk about biological parents, so I'm hoping he does understand to an extent. Still quite young.
Then I moved to live with my mummy.
And we have a life story book which we go through, which sort of simplifies everything for him. Some Asian families who do inter-family adoption choose to keep it a secret. So I'm interested to find out the impact this has on those children when the truth finally comes out. I'm off to meet Huma, who was adopted by her aunt and uncle and brought to the UK when she was 5 months old. Huma, take me back to the day when your biological mum told you that you were adopted.
I was 17. It was my surrogate mother's birthday. My biological mother had travelled from Kenya and she broke the news to me moments before the celebrations began. I remember she specifically said, don't tell anybody. It did have an effect on me. It had an effect on my well-being. It was literally churning inside and I found myself vomiting, I found myself constantly being sick. And I was sort of taken aside once by my deputy teacher, just asking me, are you okay, Huma, because you're starting to look very pale and you're losing weight drastically. And I said, I'm fine. But I actually wasn't.
How would you like to have found out that you were adopted?
I'd rather not have ever have known. It would have just caused a lot less tension or heartache. There would be no expectation, and therefore there would be no resentment, and therefore there would be no questions.
I can't imagine one day finding out that the two people I call mum and dad are actually my auntie and uncle. I think that would probably collapse the world around me. But not everyone's experience is so negative. Surinder Arora is a successful businessman and hotel owner in the UK.
I was born in India and my natural parents gave me away within a few days of being born because I was born after 3 siblings. It was kind of a mistake. So my uncle and auntie adopted me. And it was only at the age of 13 when my natural parents saw that I was becoming a bit of a gangster that they decided to bring me over to England. And that's when they broke the news to me that they were my natural parents.
Did you deep down feel any anger, sadness?
No, I was obviously shocked. I'd come from a family where my parents would just let me get away with anything. And here I was, my mum would say, you're not allowed to do this, you're not allowed to do this, you can't go out.
Did you rebel or did you just accept it?
I kind of, in some ways, I used to hate my parents, I would hate my mum, I'm not allowed to do things. And if I hadn't listened, would probably still be living in a 2-bedroom council house. And because of going through that pain in the earlier days, look where it's got us to. I've been blessed, having love from 2 mums and 2 dads, and also my siblings, so why would I feel angry or upset?
The stories highlight the difficulties of inter-family adoption, especially if the truth is kept a secret from the child. But whilst I know the situation might be complex in the future, I am so happy and proud to have given a home to my son. I remember it was one morning, he was in the cot next to my bed. He said, "Mummy." And I remember just being lost in that moment. And it's the best feeling in the world. And I think to me, it just affirmed that I'm mum and this is my son.
Done.